Hey, what's up, guys? Mike here, and I haven't posted a video for a long time, but I'm back with the new deck profile. It's still the Frog Monarch deck, but I switched it to the March 1st balanced. So let's get started. First, 3 Swap Frog, the Frog Engine, 1 Ronin Totem, and 2 Treeborn Frog. Yeah, the main tribution engine of the deck, and if you have those in the graveyard, so it's probably gonna be great. And the Swap Frog is have a lot of uses, so I just put those cards right here. And 2 Sonic King Ryo. I used to side those two, and but since Reborn Tango is dead, and I have to substitute some cards in, and those are the best choices of the 4-star monsters, because basically it's 19 beater, and the double effect is great. Once again, still you have to search a lot of things in this format, not just the battle fader to make sure you don't die, but also other hand traps. So Sengen is pretty good. I'm gonna still use it since it is not banned right now. So one Birdman, still a good tuner, and hand trap. That's all the lower type monsters that I have to summon. So let's look at the hand traps. 2 Maxi. This card, the price is shooting again. It used to be $18, and it jumped to $50 for a long period of time, and right now it's like 100 something. Because this card is just that good against a lot of meta deck, like windups, or like I think the most likely windups, because if you don't have Maxis or Vader, you're probably gonna die if they are start to loop your hands. So talking about Vader, 2 Vader, and still it is a 1-star tuner. It's pretty good, and it's also a hand traps, because in the Frog Monarch deck you don't want to run traps that can stuck your Treeborn Frog. So you probably think you have to put more hand traps. More hand traps, battle fader. It's like the items that prevent you from the OTK, and you also can use it as tribute for monarchs, or use it as tribution of enemy controller. More hand traps. I put 9 hand traps total. 2 Tragodia, because this guy is like released to 2, and that's one of my favorite card in this deck, because in Frog Monarch deck, if you bounce back your Swap Frog every time you summon it, you always have like 5 or even more hands in your hand cards in your hand. So this card, actually, every time I summon it, it will be at least 24 beater in the middle of the match. It's pretty decent and awesome. And the 2 effect is pretty good. One of them, you can use it as a material of synchro or exceed by changing the stars. And the other one is like 0-1 level SM as the monster on your opponent's field, and took the control forever. That's pretty good. I always took control 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4-star monsters, even 6-star last time. And the last hand trap, Gourds. You can only put 1 limited, and the effect is pretty broken. And that's all the hand traps, and let's talk about higher level monsters. At first, of course, the best monarch, 3 Caius, and the second best monarch, Ryza. And I only put 2 as same reason as last time. I explained last time already, and I don't want to explain over and over, talking about same thing, and in every video that I had. But I'm thinking to put this cow back to 3, because I don't think Vanity's Fiend would work as well as the last format, because Basically, the Vanity Spin cannot stop Injector fully, and there's a lot of ways to run through Vanity Spin. I don't know if I'm keeping 2 or I'm gonna take one out for another monarch. I'm still thinking about this, so I still have to test. One Dark Death Spirit, still gonna put this card because this card is way too broken. And of course the boss, 2 LADD, Light and Darkness Dragon, one of my favorite card also. The 2 effect is pretty broken. Also it has some disadvantage though. Some decks have cards that can take out the Light and Darkness Dragon singly, like Honest, Treeborn, or like something else like Venus, pay 500. So this card actually got some disadvantages, but the advantages is much more than the disadvantages. So that's why I put it. So since I have 6 light attribute monster right now, and I have a bunch of like 12 dark attribute, that's why I put this card, this boss, into my main deck. Envoy of the Beginning. That's one of the best card right now. So everybody thought it will be banned, but just like Draco DMD said, so the Konami might want this card to be the face of the Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's why it got released. That's 30 monsters for 7 else. 3 triple econ. No need to explain it because this card is way too broken with Yugioh Frog. 2 Soul Exchange, like took out the big boss monsters. Like this card is pretty good, but the disadvantages is it probably gonna stuck in your hand for some reason, so you don't want to run 3, because I even face some problems with 2 of them. So I don't think 3 is that appropriate. I think 2 is pretty enough. And 1 MST. And the reason I only put 1 is the Frog Monarch. Basically, the normal deck play, when they got MST, they just gonna sit at the back row, wait for your opponent to use the like continuous trap or spell, or the other way is after you set your MST and end your turn, after your opponent set 1 card, you just use MST to destroy this before it can actually chain your MST. But in Frog Monarch, you cannot do it. You don't want to do this, because what if your opponent did not set any card and they earn their turn, and you have 1 Treeborn from your graveyard? Now you have a MST on your back row. What are you supposed to do with it? You cannot activate this, and the Treeborn Frog cannot go up. So basically, you don't want to run more than 1, unless you know your opponent was sided in like Road Prison or like Chain Disappearance. So I don't think you have to run 2 or more in the main deck. And 1 creature swap, pretty broken. I use this lots of time. I took over their Doka just with 1 Treeborn Frog. So that's pretty decent, and there's a lot of big boss monsters that you can take over, like Zing Mains. Their effect is pretty broken. You just took it from your opponent by using 1 spell. 1 Heavy Storm, destroy all the back rows, and there's nothing to do with your back row because you don't set. So basically, yeah, it's pretty good card, and I'm considering why the hobby cards is so sick. It's like much sicker than normal cards, and actually when you draw it, you can feel it is a hobby card. Somebody might cheat with hobby cards, I don't know. And that's limited to 1, so that's why I put 1. Part of Avarice, same reason. You run 30 monsters in your main deck, why not run 1 Part of Avarice? Monster Reborn, same reason. You can only put 1, that's why I only put 1. Darko, I don't think Darko is as good as it used to be, but since you don't want to run traps, so Torrential Tribute you cannot put in this deck, so that's why I put 1 Darko in. And for that's all the main deck, no traps. For the extra, got 1 Gachi, 1 Formula Synchron, Vader plus Treeborn. This one is like 2 level 2 Rolling Totem plus Yugioh Frog. Armory Arm 1+3 or 3+1, either way should work. And this card had an amazing combo with Envoy of Beginning, which is 2 card OTK. If your opponent got 2 attack position monster on the field, that's pretty amazing and sick. 1 Utopia, and I run Thunder King Ryo in my main deck, so which is a 4-star. Tragedia can change to 4-star, and I can use enemy controller to take over 4-star monsters. So I'm probably gonna drag out Utopia very, not as much as I'm running Reborn Tengu, but I still got a lot of chance to run it. And 1 Utopia Ray. This card actually you can just write it like Vanguard. In the Vanguard rule, you can just write it on top of Utopia. So the main tip of this card is actually I can use enemy controller to take over their Utopia, and if I don't want to give it back to them, I just gonna write. So it's pretty simple. 1 Cataster. Oh, I just opened my computer on purpose. 1 Cataster is pretty amazing 5-star synchro monsters and looks great in Ultimate. TG Hyper Librarian. In my opinion, I think the Magical Android is better than this in this format, but since I bought this and this card is more expensive than the Magical Android, and actually I put my Magical Android into my other deck, so I'm probably gonna run this card into my main deck. Baronic, pretty decent 6-star. Asian Fairy Dragon, pretty decent against guys who run field spells. Black Rose, a Vortex to destroy everything. Chimera Tech, Fortress Dragon, a lot of dragons against Karakuri or Machina Gadget. Scrap Dragon, still another dragon, and the last one is not a dragon anymore. I took the Stardust out because I don't think it is that much useful anymore. You don't want to synchro for Stardust because you have better choices like Scrap Dragon. I don't mean the Stardust Dragon sucks, but there's better choice such as this. And Mist Worm, replacement of Trishula, you know it. Argenix Locomotion, 1 Birdman plus 1 Caius or Tragedia who changed to 6-star. Last one is Decisive Armor. So yeah, that's 50 extra. And the side deck is incomplete right now, but I'm still gonna show you guys anyway because I want you guys to give me advices for which card should I put in. Got 2 Puppet Plant because there's a new Ninja deck and there's still old 6 Sams who got 1 Smoke Signal back. 2 Cyber Dragon against Karakuri still. That's why I put Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. 1 Vanity Sphin. I don't think it's appropriate to side 1 more in this format, but I'm still thinking which card should I put in to replace this spot. The End of Anubius. I really think this card would be great because basically it stop the windups from dragging the hunter back to the field, and it is good against insectors. They cannot target they cannot use the hornet in the graveyard. As third Sonic Rival, I don't think this card is appropriate too, so I'm probably gonna have 2 empty spots. I don't know which card should I run. You guys, I really need some advices, so hope you guys can give me some. And 1 Kaiko, still a good card, and good against insectors if they left 1 Centipede or Dragonfly on the field. Third Maxi, I will side it in against windups and other decks as special summon a lot. triple battle, not a triple, third battle fader. You have to run this when you are against some OTK deck. But I don't think this card is appropriate too. So I probably got third empty spot that I don't know which card should I put in. So I really need some help with side decks, and I hope you guys can give me some advices. I will glad to hear those, and if it's good, I will follow it. Thank you guys. And there's 2 DD Crow, 1 Treacherous Trapple. Still, I'm a big fan of this because after game 2, they probably gonna after game 1, they probably gonna side every MST out. This card will be the very extremely broken card. 1 exchange 2 monsters on the field, and last 2 are 2 MST. People may want to ask me, okay, you just said that you cannot set with your Frog Monarch. Why you side 2 MST? So now you might have 3 MST and 1 Dark Hole. But let's talk about this. Do you know there's a lot of cards actually can traps that actually can stop Tribune Frog or just simply remove Tribune Frog, like Royal Prison, or their vanities. What I forgot. Like when this card is face up on the field, neither monster can special summon. When your opponent send when the controller of this card send 1 card to the graveyard, and this card get destroyed. And this card, if you don't have MST and you don't have Tribune Frog out, how could you destroy it? How could you let them send some cards to the graveyard? I lost to a guy who sided this card in because I couldn't find a solution to destroy it. So hope you guys enjoy it. It is quite a long video. I don't mean to do that, but every time I'm holding a camera, I got a lot of things to say, and I really hope you guys can help me out with my main deck, my side deck, and even my extra deck. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time.